Welcome guys, today we're playing a bit more standard. I've made another deck based on a Mardu deck from Worlds. So as usual, I've had to make a few substitutions, but I've tried to keep as close to the spirit of the deck as as possible. So let's have a look. So this is Mardu Midrange, played by Yimin Zhi. I'm probably butchering their name, so my apologies. But we'll just go through the deck. So they've got the removal package here, a couple of cut downs, Voltage Surge, Destroy Evil, 2 Infernal Grasp. The first substitution I've made, in the 2-drop slot, they've got 3 tainted adversaries, which I don't have, so that's basically I've looked for a 2-drop Death Toucher, and Elas-Il-Kor fits the bill. It has 1 less toughness, but I think it will do. It will do the job. There's tainted adversary, so tainted adversary gets to be 2/3. And it has this extra option. You can pay 3 mana any number of times. You put that many +1/+1 counters on the adversary, and you get twice that many 2/2 black zombie creature tokens with Decayed. I didn't realize it was twice that many. So if you play this for 5 mana, you get 2 2/2 zombies. So it's got this sort of big late game payoff if you've got a lot of extra mana lying around, which unfortunately we'll miss out on. But you won't. Yeah, it's not going to get that late game payoff very often, I think, is the key point. Elas-Il-Kor does the main job of providing Death Touch. It is a legendary, so there's that. It does have that drawback. You can't have more than one of these in play. But we are a Rite of Oblivion deck, I should point out. So we are sacrificing our permanents to blow things up. Sometimes we'll have too many Elas-Il-Kors, and we'll sacrifice one of them to Rite of Oblivion. So I think this is actually perfectly fine. Then we've got 4 Blood Tithe Harvesters, 2 Bank Busters in the other 2 slot spot. In the 3 drops, I've made a couple of substitutions. So in the original deck, he's got 3 Wedding Announcements and 2 Graveyard Trespassers, and 1 Soul Transfer and 4 Fables. Right. So I thought, well, what's another good 3-drop enchantment? I've gone for Restoration of eiganjo. And I am playing an extra plains. He's got 1 plains in his deck. I thought I'll play 2 plains to kind of justify the restoration of eiganjo. And instead of Graveyard Trespasser, it's kind of a difficult card to replace because it's got this, it's if you try and remove this card, you have to pay 2 cards basically. I don't think there's any other 3 drops exactly like that. So I thought let's find some kind of obnoxious 3-drop, and I came up with anointed peacekeeper. So this lets you look at your opponent's hand, and you can make one of the spells cost 2 more to cast. I think maybe not quite as good as Graveyard Trespasser, but still quite annoying for your opponent. Potentially in some situations as good as Graveyard Trespasser, arguably. Now the rest of the deck I can match pretty much. He's got 1 Archangel of Wrath, 1 Serra Paragon, 1 Wandering Emperor, 1 AO, the Dawn Sky. But he's got a 6-drop. He's got the Sanctuary Warden. That's the angel that comes into play with, I think, 2 shield counters. In fact, let's just bring that up. And you can sacrifice a token, I think, when it comes into play, or, well, remove a counter from a creature or a planeswalker you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 1/1 green-white citizen token. And that is a enter the battlefield effect and an on-attack effect as well. So it's a bit of a card advantage engine. So I thought let's find something else that's big and flying and is a card advantage engine. So I've gone for Liesa, Forgotten Archangel. I think this is quite good. This synergizes quite well with the deck. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. It goes quite well with our Blood Tithe Harvesters. So play Liesa, then sacrifice the Blood Tithe Harvester, and it'll go back to your hand. Drawback is it's not as persistent as Sanctuary Warden. It doesn't come into play with any shield counters. So it's much easier to remove. And I suspect if you... I don't know how the rules text works on this. So let's say I do sacrifice my Blood Tithe Harvester and it's coming back to my hand. If somebody blows up Liesa after that point, does it still come back to my hand? I'm not sure. But we'll probably find out. I tried to match his mana base as best I can, but I've made obviously quite a few substitutions. I'm running my Thran portal to kind of make things a bit easier. But I've made sure I've got the right number of white sources, which I think is 17 if you add them up. And that's about 15 red, 15 black, or thereabouts. So I've tried to match that. So I've ended up with a few more tap lands. So we've got Scoured Barrens, Sunlit Marsh, Sacred Peaks, Windscarred Crags. So that's about 5 extra tap lands. So we don't expect to be quite as powerful and efficient as the world's version of this deck, but it should still be pretty close. I'll explain the sideboard later. We'll play best of 3, but the sideboard's pretty much the same. I've changed about 3 cards. Yeah, in his sideboard he has Cruelty of Gix, Unlicensed Hearse, and a 4th Bank Buster. And I've simply replaced that with another copy of Farewell and 2 Lantern of the Lost, because having another sweeper seems good, and having 2 ways to deal with the graveyard seems good as well. So we've hit red-white mana. We literally can't cast anything in the hand, and that's kind of my criteria for taking a mulligan. So now we've hit both our colours of mana, both our colours, all 3 colours. And we can cast Elas-Il-Kor, we can cast Wreck and a Bank Buster. I think we put Liesa on the bottom of the deck. And we just start with the Sundown Pass because that's our tap land. Because we want to keep our options open. We might want to use eiganjo later as a removal spell if we possibly can. So what's the best option here? I would say, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna do Elas-Il-Kor, just because it's good as the first creature you play. So every subsequent creature gets the you get the little payoff there. The enter the board trigger. And I'm absolutely fine with that because I'd rather he killed Elas-Il-Kor than Blood Tithe Harvester. I think we'll go with the Harvester this turn. Next turn we hit 4 mana, so we can play Bankbuster and potentially draw with it as well. Oh, Shadow Prophecy. So this guy is going for the domain plan here. Is that 5? Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? He's got white and green on that one. Okay, over to my turn. So I think it's I think I just play the eiganjo this turn and bang buster because it's basically worth an extra card to me, so that seems worthwhile. There's the Shieldred. Okay. Oh yeah. So what I should have done, obviously, was draw a card in response to him casting it. Now I take 2 points of damage. Let's draw a card. Okay. I think I want to play the tap land here. I want to keep Wandering Emperor mana up this turn. Be interesting to see if he does just attack with Shieldred, but I think most of my opponents seem to be pretty good at not attacking into Wandering Emperor mana. That's something I'm still trying to learn myself. So yeah, I guess it's domain, good stuff. So it's just one domain card he's played so far. Guess drawing 2 cards from the top 5 is pretty good. Yeah, he's wondering if I've got a Wandering Emperor here, I think. He does have blue mana up, so he might have counter magic. If he did, well, then the decision would probably be a lot quicker and easier. That's getting torn asunder. Okay. Isn't that interesting? So, obviously, I'd like to draw a card off that, but I've got to keep Wandering Emperor mana up. That's gone. Yeah, it's a Wandering Emperor. I will just exile it. Okay. Right, oh, Sarah Paragon. And I can play Elas-Il-Kor. That seems good. Yeah, let's just run out these creatures. Let's put a +1/+1 counter on something. Let's put it on the Elas-Il-Kor, actually.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Right to the bottom. Oh, yeah. Right. That card exists in Domain, of course. Never mind. Okay. I guess we can't play Wedding Announcement and draw off the Bankbuster. Let's make a 2/2.
May your blade strike true.
Nice. Very nice indeed. Can't even cut down a herd migration token. That's flipped and they're all 4/4. Okay. I'll cut down a human. Okay. Bankbuster. Crit for 3. Okay, I think on balance, blood token, discard the land. Okay, Fable. Seems good, right. Put a counter on that guy.
We've got the edge in this fight.
It's a lot of damage. There's another Shieldred as well. They're all attacking Wandering Emperor. Okay. Fair enough. That's okay. We'll let Wandering Emperor die.
I'm never done for good.
And we'll draw. Oh yeah. Forgot about you, Shieldred. Let's draw a card. Decline. Play a Harvester. This is flipping, so the Harvester can actually trade with a Beast token, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think I attack him with a Goblin Shaman. Leyline Binding? Oh no. Okay, who's that targeting? My wedding announcement, of course. That makes sense. Right, interesting. So, I think this is where Bankbuster does get crewed by my 3/3, who's about to become a 2/2. Pretty horrendous, right. Bankbuster takes out one of them. Harvester plus human takes out one of them. Samurai plus human takes out another one. And I guess I'd take 8 damage. And we'll draw a card off the Bank Buster as well. Good draw. I was expecting another herd migration there, but... Okay, AO the Dawn Sky. Pretty decent blocker here. Play Wedding Announcement later, so... Yeah, Goblin could swing in. The Goblin's going to swing in, I think. Human, stop 4 damage, I think. I think it's probably pretty decent at this point. I think we'll look at our top 7. Oh, Archangel of Wrath. Don't mind if I do. Doesn't get a kicker, but... Drag to the bottom, of course. Okay. Okay, my turn after that. Right. Blood token first. Get rid of this Thran portal. Let's gain a life point with that land. That might be important. Oh, he gets a 2/2, of course. We could draw a card and lose a token. I think we will. I think we need a card. Trading a 1/1 token for a card seems okay. Do I want another life point, or do I want to discard these? I think I want to discard them later. Card down. Oh. Pretty epic game, gotta say. Okay, I wonder... Can we get our planes with this? Yeah, the planes are still in the deck. Pretty cool. Let's play a Graveyard Trespasser. Should be 4/4. Oh, choose up to 1. Let's get rid of a Sheoldred. Don't know if this deck has recursion. I think we play another tap land, gain a life point. It's another herd migration. It had to happen eventually. Okay, discard a card. Yes. Yes, please. Let's keep an untapped land in case we need it. Wait, that's an untapped land. Mana value 2. What is the most impactful thing? Reckon a Bank Buster can draw us another card. Bloodtithe Harvester is... Well, these are 5/5s we're facing off against now. So I think we go for a Bank Buster. It is going to come into play tapped, of course, so that's not as useful, really. I think this is probably good game, isn't it? But we can Rite of Oblivion... That gets us another blocker. That Wedding Announcement. We can make his creatures smaller. I think actually we won't reveal what we've got. We'll say good game and concede there. It's pretty futile at that point. So we know his late game plan and farewell is how we're going to deal with that. As for the rest of the stuff, I don't care about cut down or voltage search. That puts us at 59 cards, right? Junji could potentially reanimate a Sheoldred from his deck. Duress and Pilfer could all be very good. Do we take out some top end kind of things? Yes, I think so. Does the Archangel do very much? I don't think it does. I think we drop Archangel of Wrath here. Sarah Paragon might be okay. Junji's got a great death trigger. Duress is good against this deck. I think I fancy putting the Pilfer in. What do we drop for Pilfer? Maybe, I don't know about Rite of Oblivion though. Maybe drop one Rite of Oblivion. Right. Okay, let's play first. Okay. I see quite a few tap lands. It's a kind of card advantage hand, but it's a slow hand. Let's keep it. Of course, when you're at the moment in Mardu, you have to play some weird tap lands to get your mana. So this is effectively a black-red tap land with cycling, the Assander's Lounge. We want to, I think, play Thran Portal on turn 3. We don't want to play it yet, so we don't take... So we can avoid taking a point of damage. Okay, Restoration could be good. Then we get we make sure we have an untapped land for next turn. Fable could be very good as well, because that'll give us a treasure. I think I like the Fable better. The Thran Portal, I've got to actually choose the colour, which I think we need double white, don't we? Because this doesn't provide white. So it's a Fable turn, I think. Is it a Fable turn? Yeah, it's a Fable turn. I think if you had a more aggressive start, I'd have gone for Restoration so that I could have an untapped land for Wandering Emperor the following turn. Although we can, obviously you can do the treasure. That's gonna, okay, he's gonna Besage you that. It's gonna ramp me out for a land, which is not bad. And this is the interesting thing. We could get Assander's Lounge out. I think let's get a Sacred Peaks out, because if we draw Assander's Lounge later, we can always cycle it. This is why I tried to make sure I had at least one of these Mountain Plains lands and one of the Plain Swamps lands in the deck, just basically for Bo3, because you can. It's any land card with a basic land type. So it's slightly better than the other type of thing. Right, we just swing in. I think we're going to cycle Xander's Lounge, so I think we want to play Sulfurous Springs and Restoration of eiganjo. See, the Restoration only looks for basic planes. And we'll end the turn there. Okay. I'll draw off the Bank Buster. It'll cost me a point of life. That's okay. Play an untapped land. Play a... Oh, yeah, we could have discarded that to Fable next turn. Dear, never mind. But I think 7 mana seems like a good amount of mana to have. We want to make our land drops, basically. So... yeah, we can discard Rite of Oblivion, I guess, and still have the flashback option. Okay, let's draw. We'll draw off the Bank Buster. Gets another land. Okay, cool. It's got these 2 lands. Seems good. Rite of Oblivion, the wedding announcement. It's sacrificing a treasure token. We could attack with Bank Buster. We can crew it with Architect of Restoration. Yes, let's actually do that. Sort of makes sense to me. So, I'm sure he's hit all of his things. Yeah, he's got green as well, so... I want to play Blood Tithe Harvester and say go. Yeah, he might have his drag to the bottom, and that's fine. Yep. Okay, I will cycle Xander's Lounge in response to that. Okay, yeah, let's play an Elas-Il-Kor. I think, I don't know, I could swing in with a Bank Buster, but I think that I fancy drawing off at this turn. It means I can't play Genji and draw off this guy. Okay, it's getting crude. We'll play Junji. It's got a nice death trigger. Yeah, he does have the other drag to the bottom. That's fine. Make him discard and lose 2 life could be good. Because I can get back a Blood Tithe Harvester, I think. Yeah, discard 2 and lose 2 life, please. Interesting. 2 counter spells. Okay. Right, my turn. Right, on my with him tapped out and playing counter magic. Start with Elas-Il-Kor, play Wandering Emperor. Auto pay. Let's put a token on Elas-Il-Kor. Let's crew the Bankbuster like that. Swing in like that. And we'll see if he's got an untapped land and a farewell. Actually, that wouldn't stop Wandering Emperor, would it? That would.
Years of training for this.
It's discarding of course, a herd migration. Gets 3 life and a land. That's good to see. Discarding another herd migration for 3 life and a land. Okay. Sure. So we've got farewell. We could target enchantments. Get back Wandering Emperor. We can swing for 4 with Bankbuster, or just draw a card. Okay, let's do a farewell. Do we want to target graveyards? I don't think he's got any direct graveyard stuff. So farewell to remove his enchantment.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end it.
Right. Extra creature.
Keep watch for intruders.
And end the turn. And I'll draw the last card off the Bankbuster. Sokenzan, make 2 1/1s. Well, that works well with Elas-Il-Kor, nice. Crew the Bankbuster. Put an extra point of damage on something. And swing in. And that should do the trick, shouldn't it?
How we greet our enemies.
Okay, 1 and 1. I got the mana advantage in that one. You know what? Banishing Slash is not bad in this matchup. I don't think he's not playing artifacts, is he? Let's grab a banishing slash. What do we drop? I guess we don't care so much about eating his graveyard. Yeah, trespasser is just going to die to drag to the bottom every time, rather than like single target stuff. So I think we just drop it. Okay, it's a black and white hand. That's fine. Let's keep that. So I think it's a Shattered Sanctum to start with. Get one tap land out of the way. There's some red mana. Okay, let's make sure we've got red mana in play and play a Bankbuster. Play Restoration. We know he's got counter spells, but that's okay. We're going to play into it. Okay, that's gone. We'll play the plains. We've got really no action. Okay, I think I want to just duress him now. Okay, he's got the Farewell. That's going to keep him in the game later on. He's got his early stuff here, and this is going to let him dig for things. He has a Sheoldred coming up. We've got answers to Sheoldred in my hand. Getting rid of the card draw seems quite good. Leyline Binding is cheap, but we can get rid of Leyline Binding as well. I think we'll get rid of the Shadow Prophecy. That might slow him down, because he really needs to make land drops at the moment. And that's the Bankbuster gone. Okay. We've got Destroy Evil and draw off the Bankbuster as an option. I should probably discard Xander's Lounge later. Let's just get good old-fashioned Mountain and say next. Because we can destroy evil on that and still have an answer to Sheoldred. Speak of the devil. So yeah, grasp the Sheoldred. Destroy evil, the Leyline Binding. Shame we can't draw off the Bankbuster, but yeah, we've got to kill the Sheoldred. So yeah, I think play the Fable, play the Caves. What do we want to discard next turn though? I want an extra land. I want to make my land drop. And next, end the turn. He's still got that Farewell in his hand. Yep, makes sense. He's got Disdainful Stroke as well for my Wandering Emperor. Okay, definitely discard Throne Portal. Takanuma has got some value to it, doesn't it? Oh look how much time I've used already. I think let's get rid of those and draw 2 Sanders Lounges. Okay, I think let's play one of them. Let's get our mana up a bit, and I think Blood Tithe Harvester. We'll hold Wandering Emperor back for a bit, I think. It should be a surprise whenever we play it. Just make sure he's tapped some mana for it. Because he's got a bit stuck on mana. I think we just play Wandering Emperor now when it's not going to get countered, and start building up the beatdown team. Let's play an untapped land, and I think we'll draw off the Bankbuster now. Well, we can. I don't know. Yeah, let's draw off the Bankbuster. Okay, that's fine. Let's make another Samurai creature.
Guards, to me.
Let's swing in like this. Two damage gets through, and end the turn. And we've got 6 mana up. We can cycle both Sanders Lounges in his turn. That's pretty cool. We've got the Kiki Jiki Blood Tithe Harvester thing. Well, we did have. It's going to go on the Wandering Emperor though. Very interesting.
Back to wandering.
Yeah, draw that card. Try and get that 6th land drop, obviously, for Farewell. We're going to cycle Xander's Lounge. And we're going to cycle Xander's Lounge. Oh, Anointed Peacekeeper. That is such a good hit. And my turn. Boom. Anointed Peacekeeper naming Farewell, please. Okay, I've got to type it in manually. That's alright. Let's copy Blood Tithe Harvester. And we'll just pop this guy. Because why not? And then swing in. Yeah, we want to draw another card, don't we? I'll play a tap land. That's absolutely fine. And end the turn. Yeah, I think Anointed Peacekeeper is actually fantastic. I'm glad I put it in the deck. Okay, my turn. Okay, you may as well play the land. Okay, Rite of Oblivion. I think on the. I'm gonna take out the Bankbuster. Need to do like a bunch of damage here. Let's copy the Blood Tithe Harvester. Let's Rite of Oblivion on a token. crew this up with a pilot. And we'll soul transfer on the last token. Swing in with everything, and that should be enough damage. Good game. Okay, I like this deck. Ooh, the 3 Rite of Oblivion opening hand. And it's a 2-lander. We've got the right mana. We've got no card draw. Nothing to sacrifice to Rite of Oblivion. I think I'll call this a mulligan. Because it was effectively nothing we could play, so that's fine. Probably too much land, if anything. Sundown Pass goes on the bomb. So we've got double black, we've got double white. That should cast all of our spells. I'm going to start with the tap land. Green. Monogreen, perhaps? Yeah, we've got to remember we need white or black here. This could be good against Monogreen, so I'll play the Takanuma and Elas-Il-Kor. I think that, yeah, if he's got big green creatures, a Death Touch is pretty good. Yeah. There you go. Wandering Emperor obviously not quite as good against that Vigilance creature, but that's fair enough. I think we'll get into our Fabling here. So this is actually where eiganjo is pretty good, because it does exactly 4 damage. So we get one of these cheeky little tap lands out. I think could have another source of red, I suppose. That could be useful. Sacred Peaks. So, do we keep up eiganjo mana? Do we just cast Wedding Announcement? Do we play eiganjo so we've got 5 mana? And play 2 things? I think I'll actually attack with Elas-Il-Kor. Get through. We'll play the eiganjo, Blood Tithe Harvester, and a Graveyard Trespasser perhaps, or a Wedding Announcement. Let's get the Wedding Announcement cooking. Right, Silverback Elder. Right, so we could do a little trade here. Harvester plus human. Take out the Prowler. What do we think about that? I think it's a Vigilance creature, and it's actually slightly obnoxious to deal with. So, I'm going to kill it. Do I want to play this land? think so. I think keep swinging in with the Pilgrim. And we'll play a land. And we'll say done. Shigeki. Alright, yeah, it gets to destroy an enchantment. That's fair enough. Okay, yeah, he played around my Wandering Emperor. That's fair play. I think I will play my Emperor. I could pump up Elas-Il-Kor. Or make more tokens. I think we just make more tokens here.
Keep watch for intruders.
I like the way that this gets first strike till end of turn, so I think I am going to pump up my Death Toucher.
I have got new moves to teach you.
So I'd say, I think this land is getting pitched. We'll play a Graveyard Trespasser. Take out the Cemetery Prowler. Yep. Vivian, yeah, that's a good card. So I can make 4/4 Rhino Warriors.
This will be over quick.
Or just draw a huge number of creatures. There's the Phyrexian Defiler.
The hunt is only beginning.
Okay. Pitch Mountain. Okey-doke. I think I can quite happily play a land. I could. Okay, no, let's hold 2 land. I think 6 mana is enough to be getting on with. More creatures, or just keep pumping up Elas-Il-Kor, maybe.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Go face. Yeah, we don't quite win if we attack with everything. Oh, fair play. Tamios, that'll do it.
Even the gutter burgeons with life.
Lovely. So, always got Avabrick Caretaker. So I think it's game over. We do not have a sweeper. Okay, he's not going to play Avabrick Caretaker just yet. So I'm going to say good game there and concede because you know, it's best of 3. We have a clock, and I don't see myself getting through that. So the only way of getting out of that situation would be a board sweeper. We'd have to play farewell. I don't think Banishing Slash is too good against this deck because they can get quite a big advantage even without attacking. I think Liliana's quite good though, because it's like big creatures. I think Bankbuster. I think we want to just keep drawing cards until we can get where we need to. What we need. Destroy Evil's fantastic. I think the smaller removal spells are ineffective here. What else is kind of embarrassing? Yeah, Bloodtooth Harvester maybe isn't that good anymore. Archangel of Wrath maybe isn't very good. I think I like Junji here, actually. Junji and Pilfer. It means dropping 3 things. We've got 42 seconds left. Right, is Graveyard Trespasser good? I think maybe not. How good are Bloodtithe Harvesters? I think they're less good against this deck. I think we'll drop 2 Bloodtithe Harvesters. Okay, there we go, done. The reason we go for Pilfer, it can take creatures out of their hand. Okay, 1 lander, Mulligan. Okay, this looks good. I guess do we keep 4 land and drop the Archangel? Maybe we can drop a land. Maybe. I'll tell you what. Okay, so yeah, I guess it's Bloodtithe Harvester on turn 2. With an untapped red source. So maybe... Yeah, I can't play that on turn 1. So that goes on the bottom. I think that's okay. So we've got to play one of these tapped turn 1. I think Bloodtithe Harvester is more effective early, so I think we'll lead with Bloodtithe Harvester, even though we're not getting the point of life gain from Elas-Il-Kor. Okay, and then we just swing in. You don't Pilfer yet, do a Fable. Augur of Autumn, there's a good one. Discard 2 cards, okay. Interesting choice. I think Pilfer's good. I think Rite of Oblivion is good. I think maybe not. Maybe these 2 aren't as good. Because I want to get to that next land. I think Rite of Oblivion and Pilfer look pretty good, because Augur of Autumn helps this guy a lot. See how bad he is for land. He's got loads of land, so I guess he's going Ulvenwald Oddity next, so we'll just take that. So we've got Rite of Oblivion for his next thing, which is quite cool. Oh, of course, no, he's got Cemetery Prowler. My mistake. Okay. We're going to just swing in with the Goblin here, because we do have a trick available. Can Bloodtithe Harvester. Wait, can you do this in response? So we can eat the Prowler. We'll play a wedding announcement as well. He's got his silverback. Right. Swing in with that. And Peacekeeper, so this is what he's got in his deck at the moment. Okay, let's just make the bite down cost more. I think that's the simplest thing to do. And we'll end the turn there. So make him bite that down. That's fair enough. He drew another bite down. Nice top deck. Okay, Sarah Paragon is pretty cool. No attacks, end turn. Okay. A lot of cool things we can get from the graveyard. I guess we are scared by Silverback Elder, so we'll play the Blood Tithe Harvester. And swing in. That doesn't have reach, does it? What am I doing? Okay, this puts him on 11 life, right? Six, 10. So I've got to force him to use this to like stay alive. I think that's quite reasonable. Trade a Blood Tithe Harvester for Tamio Safekeeping. And we probably could have won there, couldn't we? If we had if I'd played Wandering Emperor and put a token on Paragon, I think that wins. Wedding Announcement's dead. He's got another creature to block with, but I should win here because he's got no cards in hand. Okay, how happy are we with our choices here? I'd say reasonably happy. We're on the draw, of course. I don't remember seeing any cheap creatures. It seems to be Cemetery Prowler. 3/4 is his like cheapest option. Well, we've got the Farewell and we've got 5 land. Not much else, but that's okay. That might be all we need, really. There's land number 6. Let's get some tap lands out. Let's get the Sunlit Marsh out first. Oh yeah, Shigeki's his cheap creature, isn't he? I think we can get one Xander's Lounge out, and maybe we'll cycle the other one if necessary. Bit of ramp, yep. We want to play Wedding Announcement this turn, so let's play Sundown Pass, Wedding Announcement. So we'll have a difficult... Oh, Broken Wings takes that out. Fair enough. Just thinking, we've got AO the Dawn Sky. Do we want to play it or not? I'm not sure. Let's you know what? We can Takenuma, but it gets a creature or planeswalker back. We're not sure we'll manage to do that. Maybe we just want to cycle Xander's Lounge. We'll play this tap land. Cycle Xander's Lounge. Seems reasonable. Save the Takenuma for later on. So we might save AO the Dawn Sky, because we're definitely going to have to farewell, I would say. Got Sareth the Viper's Fang as well. Okay. Okay. Not much going on for me, but he is like spending all his mana just ramping, rather than just putting creatures into play, which isn't such a good bit of news for me. So this has, if this gets exiled, I don't get the trigger. So I don't think I want to play AO the Dawn Sky particularly. Could Infernal Grasp the Shigeki, which would induce him maybe to play something else. But I don't know. I don't know really. Land it's on there. And then we've got Takenuma. See if we mill anything good off the top, I suppose. So let's invoke the Ancients. We just chuck this dude in the way. So there's invoke the Ancients, okay. They've both got Vigilance. Right, I think it's a rare opportunity to use Takenuma. We'll see if we make a hit with it, basically. Because we're not doing anything else with this mana. Oh my goodness, we actually hit Liliana. That's pretty good. That's pretty amazing. We will farewell. We won't exile the graveyard. Shigeki saves himself, of course. That's a good point. And I could have exiled the graveyard, I suppose. He's sort of doing some graveyard stuff. But the good news is we've got some answers in our hand to his creatures. Got a couple of answers. There's a Defiler. Lone Speaker is an answer to sort of Liliana. Ah, nice. Okay. He had a lot of backup. It's fair to say. Okay, Sarah Paragon could bring back Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I think we want another land. It's getting interesting. I think I'd like Ao the Dawn Sky. I'll just Infernal Grasp the Defiler. But yeah, his next big creature, I can't deal with it. That's the only problem. But Sarah Paragon, followed by Fable from the graveyard, is quite good. That lets me, next time, be able to discard Thram Portal. Liliana could always make him sacrifice. The Loam Speaker, I guess. Yeah, this will be his cheap. This guy and Shigeki are his cheap creatures, I suppose. Oh, he's going to bring a lot of stuff back. Okay, that's fair enough. Now he's got Uvenwald Oddity and things like that. Okay, that's going to make life very interesting for me. The Oddity, yeah, it's 7 mana to transform. 4/4 haster. Scary stuff. He's got 9 mana with this guy. I'm just wondering, is this just a sacrifice turn? No, I think let's swing in with Ao like that. I think it's Sarah Paragon and Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Play the land or discard it next turn. I think maybe discard it next turn, because we are running out of things to do. We can always get land from the graveyard if we want as well. End turn. Defiler, and everything gets huge. Yeah. He's always got Invoke the Ancients to make reach creatures to block Ao the Dawn Sky. So I'm wondering, is it worth just trading off Ao at this point? Yeah, they indeed have reach. And it's quite significant that he can discard. He can stop things from coming out from the graveyard. So we will trade off Ao, and it could make my 2 creatures big. So, but they're not. We're not going to compete with his creatures. I think we've got to get stuff out of the library. Do this one. Okay, restoration. That's a 3/3 creature. That gets me a plains. So it's an extra card I can discard. Too late, isn't it, to really do very much? I think, okay, let's go for the Peacekeeper. Yeah. Ulvenwald Oddity, please. No, not the... There's lots of things from Ulvenwald. Okay, we got Trample and Haunted Ridge to discard. Cool. Death Toucher is a good hit. Liliana. Lose a creature. Blood Tithe Harvester. I think we could have played a land and not had to spend a life point. Haunted Ridge. And then we can discard that with Sulfurous Springs, which is quite cool. It's a close one, this one. But yeah, the Death Touch is a big deal against this deck. That is a Loam Speaker. Okay. Wait, that's another Loam Speaker. Oh, right, yeah, he's casting off the top with Augur of Autumn. Sweet. And he can still cast that. That is brutal. 18 health I'm on. He's going to attack with 24, 28. It's got trample. So that's 8 going through. That's got trample. Double block the Oddity, Death Touch, the Defiler. Just those ones. Okay. Past the blockers. Right, Death Touch. Okay. Okay, I'm on 10 life, so this is 9 damage. Augur of Autumn is just his biggest threat here. So we do that. I think we have to kill the Augur of Autumn. Do we lose Serra Paragon, or do we have to? No. So this transforms next turn into an 8/8 trample. So it's a difficult decision here. But I think we've got to kill Augur of Autumn, and then we want to replay Elas-Il-Kor. So let's do that. And we definitely, what we should have done is discard the land, so we knew what we were working with. So if I have a removal spell, that's huge. Okay, my goodness, we have a removal spell. I think we've got to play Elas-Il-Kor here. Another Death Toucher. And let's have each player discard a card.
You won't be outsmarting.
It was another Uvenwald Oddity. What a hit. Okay. Serra Paragon's not attacking. What we want him, he wanted to transform that, and then we blow it up. It's that simple. Okay. Okay. Land can attack. Yep. Ulvenwald Behemoth's not attacking because I might have Wandering Emperor. That's what he's thinking. Yeah, I've got Destroy Evil. He might have a protection spell. Okay. What's big and scary that I can deal with? Okay, I could blow up a forest, actually. So I think Elas-Il-Kor trades here. There's sort of no way we can deal with that one. We could kill a land. Or we could just sort of take the damage there. No, we might... I don't know. Yeah, we're not going to kill either of the Loam Speakers. I think we'll kill the land that's coming in. None of these have trample, right? I'm going to keep my Kiki-Jiki, and so I'm going to take 5 damage, right? Because these definitely don't have trample. And go down to 1. And just be careful about which... which things I tap for mana. Oh, that's nice. I gained some life. Okay, wedding announcement seems good. Play a wedding announcement. Blood Tithe Harvester. Blood Tithe Harvester, yeah. Make a Blood Tithe Harvester. Copy it with Kiki-Jiki. Blow up a line of war. Lone ski. Oops. I had lethal, didn't I? I had lethal. I had lethal. I was really not paying attention. I was thinking about killing his creature base there. Okay, so I've got a... could make him discard. Yeah, make him discard a card.
Don't overthink things.
If he's got a removal spell, he wins, right? So I think I've got to defend. Bit of a blunder there. I was just thinking about killing all of his creatures and not thinking about winning. I forgot what life total he was on. We do have another chump blocker as well. It's got reach. We'll try and block that one. Double block it. Kill it. Seems reasonable. Of course, that's dead, and it's gone into the graveyard, and it gains me life. Good game. Yeah, that was bad at the end there, missing lethal, but yeah, you can tunnel vision on, you know, one aspect of the game, like killing all your opponent's creatures, trying to find the best way to use the Liliana sacrifice. But I think that's good. That's 4 wins for me. I'm just instinctively checking the store, but I should go and check my deck. And we'll just go over it. So that was pretty good. Did I just get to platinum? Did that really happen? Yes. Okay. Yeah, because we basically got 2 wins in best of 3. Yeah, seems like a pretty effective deck, to be honest. It was kind of all about the removal suite, I think. Elas-Il-Kor, Rite of Oblivion, Blood Tithe Harvester, drawing cards with Bankbuster. My 3 drops here: Wedding Announcement, Restoration, Anointed, Peacekeeper, and Fable. And Serra Paragon kept turning up and giving us lots of card advantage. Wandering Emperor was really good. Archangel of Wrath, we never actually got to kick this. I think I discarded it a few times. I think I sideboarded it out a few times. I guess because it's just quite expensive. If you want it to do 4 damage, it's 6 mana. And sometimes it's you just sideboard it out because your opponent's not playing 2 toughness creatures. Which is, yeah, it's probably best against aggro decks. AO the Dawn Sky was really cool. We just saw that grab an anointed peacekeeper, I think. Liesa in theory is quite good. We didn't see Liesa. I think Liesa could be pretty good with playing it and then sacrificing a harvester and getting it back. And the land base seemed to work pretty well. We seemed to hit our mana that we needed. It is 27 land, this deck. Sideboard, let's see. So my additions to the sideboard, I added a second Farewell and 2 Lanterns of the Lost. Because I think in the original one, he's got Cruelty of Gix. He's got another Bankbuster. And I will just bring it up to find the last one. Unlicensed Hearse, which is pretty huge for an anti-graveyard strategy. So if you don't have Unlicensed Hearse, do what I do: play Lantern of the Lost that exiles everything from all graveyards, which it does hurt our graveyard strategy a bit. A bit like Farewell. But it's also got the enter the battlefield exile target card from a graveyard, so it can be selective as well. It's got that option. What did we bring in? I think we brought in Reckoner Bankbuster. I decided against banishing Slash against the green deck because he had some vigilance creatures. And it's sorcery speed, so it only kills something after they've hit you with it, which sometimes is too late when it's a 12/12. But I do like the concept of banishing Slash. But yeah, Cut Down, Duress, and Pilfer was good as well. So this is Duress that can get rid of creatures. It costs 1 more. I think we got rid of an Uvenweld Behemoth with this. So yeah, that was a good investment, a good card to have. So the main deck difference is I'm running Elas-Il-Kor instead of the tainted adversary, right? And I think it's a decent option if I've got to look at not collected, of course. If you don't have tainted adversaries, I think Elas-Il-Kor kind of slots into that Death Touch slot quite nicely. The other changes, I didn't have a 3rd wedding announcement, so I've gone for Restoration of eiganjo, which it can make creatures eventually when you get the Fox Monk. It's not as good as wedding announcement, put it like that, but it's a decent 3 mana white enchantment, and it gives you card advantage. You get to dig for a plains. That can help sometimes. I don't have the 2nd graveyard trespasser, so I went for anointed peacekeeper because I just wanted an annoying 3-drop, and anointed peacekeeper fits the bill. And it did a great job in the first match. I named Farewell when he was the turn before he was about to cast it, and just equalised the board. Brilliant. That's all you need from this kind of guy. And yeah, I'm running Liesa instead of the Sanctuary Guardian, which is the 6-drop angel. Let's look at that one again. Six-drop. Sanctuary Warden, it's called. 5/5 Angel Soldier for 6 mana. and this has got that crucial sort of persistence to it. So this is the theme you see in a lot of these good decks. They've got things like Graveyard Trespasser, which are annoying to kill. You've got to just, lose a card if you want to kill this thing. Sanctuary Warden's got 2 shield counters on it when it comes into play, and you can remove 1 to draw a card. So it's just a pure card advantage engine. You can do that again when you attack. So Liesa isn't quite as good in terms of just card advantage and persistence, but I think it's pretty decent, and it combos quite well with the Blood Tithe Harvester. You can sort of play Liesa, sacrificing this guy doesn't cost any mana, and then it can bounce back to your hand. So I thought that's probably a good top end slot. Anyway, yeah, I think that is a video. So thanks for watching.